Every man hits a moment in life where the room goes quiet, friends vanish, love walks away, and the only voice left is the one in your head. That's when the war begins. Not out there, but in here. You ever sit in a room full of people and still feel like no one sees you? That's not loneliness. That's the beginning of awareness. See, every strong man you admire, every warrior, every beast, every legend, has one thing in common. He went through the fire alone. No cheering, no comfort, no handouts. Because here's the dark psychological truth. Men don't grow in comfort. They grow in chaos. You get dumped. You get betrayed. You get fired. And suddenly, the phone stops ringing. No one checks in. You're a ghost to the world you used to belong to. Good. That's the start of the transformation. Solitude is not isolation. It's ascension. There's a difference between being lonely and being alone. Lonely is emotional starvation. Alone is spiritual rebirth. When you're alone, something changes. Your distractions fade. Your mask drops. And for the first time in your life, you're forced to meet the real you. The weak version? He'll beg for connection. He'll text her again. He'll scroll, drink, smoke, just to numb the silence. But the warrior? He'll sit with the pain. He'll face the voices. And then, he'll start building. Muscle. Discipline. Skill. Purpose. Real men are forged in silence. You think kings are built in front of crowds. No, bro. They're built in cold bedrooms at 2 a.m., in empty gyms while everyone else sleeps, in silence so loud, it echoes like gunshots in your mind. Every rep you lift alone. Every night you grind alone. Every morning you rise alone. You're sharpening the blade. Let them mock you. Let them call you weird. Let them think you've disappeared. Because they'll see you again. But it'll be too late. You won't be the same. You'll be bigger, colder, focused, and completely unfazed by their opinions. Here's what psychology tells us. When a man embraces solitude, his dopamine sensitivity resets. He stops chasing cheap pleasure. He starts valuing progress over people. Studies show that isolation, when used strategically, enhances cognitive clarity, emotional regulation, decision-making, long-term discipline. In plain words, you stop being reactive. You stop being needy. You become dangerously self-sufficient. Most men can't handle solitude. Why? Because it rips the mask off. It strips away the fake confidence, the borrowed status, the distractions, and it leaves you face to face with the real you. No noise, no validation, no one to impress, just silence and the weight of your own potential, wasted. That's when it hits you. You're not tired. You're undisciplined. You're not confused. You're just scared to take responsibility. Solitude forces you to admit what you really are. Lazy, you say you want to win, but you hit snooze every morning. Weak, one harsh word from someone, and you fold like paper. Addicted to comfort, to porn, to validation. Afraid of failing, of succeeding, of being alone with your thoughts. You've been blaming the world, your parents, the economy, your ex, your childhood, your luck. But here's the unfiltered truth. It's not the world that's been stopping you. It's you. And solitude, it doesn't let you lie. It doesn't let you numb. It doesn't let you fake it. It holds a mirror up and says, this is who you really are. Now what are you going to do about it? That's why most men run. They drown themselves in distractions. Parties, porn, people, anything but the truth. They chase women to avoid confronting their own emptiness. They chase trends because they have no identity. They chase shallow dopamine hits because they have no direction. Because deep down, they know the second they stop running, the pain catches up. And that pain, it doesn't whisper. It screams. It reminds you of everything you said you'd be by now, and aren't. It reminds you of the man you could be if you had the balls to face the fire. But you're not like most men. You're here. You're listening. And that means you're already one step ahead of the herd. Because instead of running from the storm, you learn to walk straight into it. You're not just confronting your demons. You're preparing to kill them. And when you do, you don't come out the same. You come out reborn. Focused. Cold. Unstoppable. The moment you stop needing them. The fake friends. The flings. The constant noise. You start attracting better. Better habits. Better focus. Better results. Because now, you're no longer begging the world to validate your worth. You're building it brick by brick, in silence. The moment you stop explaining yourself, why you're distant, why you've changed, why you don't show up to every party, you start building yourself. No more defending your vision to people who don't even have one. And the moment you stop fearing solitude, you start becoming the man you were meant to be. Not the version society programmed. Not the one your parents expected. Not the watered-down version you created to survive. The real you. The one forged in silence. Built in pain. Sharpened by rejection. And resurrected in discipline. The warrior's code. You'll train harder. Not for attention. Not for a six-pack. But because a weak man is a liability to himself and everyone around him. You'll move smarter. Quiet. Calculated. Calm. No need to argue, impress, or prove. You'll speak less and command more. Because a man who's mastered himself doesn't need to convince. His presence speaks louder than his voice ever could. You'll stop needing a crowd to clap for you, a woman to complete you, a mentor to guide your every step, a quote to get out of bed. Because your engine will be powered by something the world can't take away. Pain turned into purpose. You'll remember every betrayal, every lonely night, every door slammed in your face, every time they laughed, doubted, ghosted, or left. And instead of bitterness, you'll turn it into fuel. Your workouts will get darker. Your mornings will get earlier. Your boundaries will get stronger. You'll become ruthlessly focused, not on revenge, but on results. You'll stop chasing and start creating. Not followers, not likes, not applause, but legacy. Something built so deep, so solid, that it outlasts your pain, your doubts, even your lifetime. You won't even care if they remember your name. Because warriors don't need recognition. They just need a mission. Boys chase attention. Warriors move in silence. And ghosts, they're the legends you never saw coming. They don't beg. They don't broadcast. They don't complain. They disappear into the shadows. And when they return, they've become something the world can't ignore. You think you need more likes? More followers? More friends? No, brother. You need more silence. More discipline. More nights alone grinding while the rest of the world scrolls their life away. Because here's the raw truth. Every great man was built in solitude. Broken in silence. Forged without applause. So if life has shoved you into darkness, if you're lonely, forgotten, doubted, abandoned, good. You're not being buried. You're being planted. This is the cave where kings are made, where warriors are carved from stone, where ghosts are born. Smile, because it's time to train. Not your body, but your mind, your will, your spirit, the part of you they try to break. That's the part we're rebuilding, right here in the shadows.